We would love to see your Halloween spotlight photos and your chance to see your own photos on TV. Of course, that includes pumpkin patches and pumpkin carvings and your pets in costume, as our own Sydney is in costume. Of course, just wanted to show you the back. She's a skeleton this year, and
one of her many costumes.
She's obviously very thrilled about this.
It's okay.
She's pretty tired, I know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm torturing you.
What are you
I'm
guys
sorry.
doing?
Put you in a hot dog costume and a skeleton sweater. Who knows what's going on? Anyway, there's lots of fun pictures that we'd like to be able to share with you on air, and so just keep on sending them in. Of course, you'll probably get a chance, especially if it has an animal in it, to get it on the air here on the weekends. Of course, now, Huntington Beach, California. Looking at some overcast skies here earlier on today, and we are expecting to see some foggy conditions, Mace.
Already seeing that in some areas. Up and down I-5 from LA through southward to San Diego and to Tijuana, fog advisories have been issued. You can see that area again from Santa Ana to San Diego, and yes, there you go. There's Sid. She's hanging out with me here, still here as well. All the way through your Sunday morning, visibility at times dropping down to under a quarter mile. Thanks again for sending in those pics and video, and of course, send in pictures of your pets, as Katie was mentioning.
Can't even handle it right
Lots
now.
of trick-or-treating, weathernationtv.com. She's at the bottom of the screen, so some of you folks may not be able to see her. Check out your weather headlines as we're watching the strong storms here in northern and central Texas. A slow-moving front kicking in, firing off those strong storms. We'll give you an update on the severe weather through the night. Also talk about the wind. The lake effect snow spinning away here across the Great Lakes. And out in the west, it's quiet for now, but look what's north of the border. Big low starting to develop, and that will bring in quite the storm out here in the west. But first, an update on our severe weather situation. This is Electra, Texas, as the clouds were building up, getting ready to fire up some strong and severe thunderstorms. And here's the hail report so far. Myra with a golf ball report. St. Joe near an inch in diameter, an inch and a half in Runway Bay, and an inch and a quarter for Jacksboro. South of Dallas near Eastland and Proctor, hail reports of an inch to an inch and a quarter. So those thunderstorms really starting to fire now and through the rest of the evening from Dallas north and westward through Comanche and Abilene. Your severe risk continues. Hail the biggest worry. Isolated wind and tornado threat in there as well as the low spins around. There's your storms firing up with Gulf warm, moist air coming in and cooler and drier Canadian in piling in right behind it. Again, up in the Great Lakes, when we talk about the cool air, this is where it's coming from. 34 in Marquette with rain and snow showers, Katie. The wind not bad now, but earlier on in the day, it was howling.
Yeah, the actual wind gusts here from Michigan and Manistee, about 62 mile an hour winds. Also looking at Muskegon at 60 miles an hour, South Haven at 58, and Eagle Harbor at 56 here into Lake Superior. So there's quite a few locations that for the highest wind gusts for the day, even towards Chicago and Milwaukee, up to 40 miles an hour, all out of the northwest. That's been the primary wind direction for the Midwest here for the afternoon on your Saturday. Now let's switch gears and talk a little bit more about snow across portions of the Northwest, where we're expecting to see our next big snowstorm. Another big wind maker too. Your Kalispell, Thompson Falls, Missoula, Spokane, and Omak, all looking at some very high winds expected here for you Sunday to Monday, with gusts between 50 to 60 miles an hour. Wind advisories, like I said, expected to stay in place here throughout the better part of the storm. Winter storm advisories in place. We do have the area shaded in blue from Dillon to Bozeman, Lewiston, and Cut Bank. All of you looking at winter storm watches. Meanwhile, winter storm warnings in pink north of Missoula and towards the Glacier National Park area. 8 to 12 inches of snow possible. Some of the higher elevations could even reach up to 20 inches of snowfall. As you watch the next 7 days, it'll be an active pattern, still dropping a deep trough here over the western half of the United States. Quite the flip-flop here compared to where we were earlier this week, where we had a deep trough over the eastern half of the United States. Now the opposite happens throughout the rest of this coming week. Enjoy these warm temperatures while you can along the Front Range and down across the Southwest, because it is not expected to last forever. We are anticipating seeing those temperatures cooling down here shortly, here into the upper 70s here for you in LA for Sunday. Mid to upper 60s here for you in Denver, and 68 also in Albuquerque. Looking also here for your Monday though. 30 degrees expected for a high in Billings, 44 in the Twin Cities, and 84 expected for you in Houston. We're also looking for 60s for highs for you in New York City.